Hello everyone, my name is Joyce Lin. I'm a certified sommelier based in New York City. Today, in this video, I'd like to share my wine pairing ideas for a national dish from Ukraine. It has beautiful crimson color with sweet and sour taste. This dish is Borscht, 乌克兰罗宋汤. Nowadays, the word borscht is often associated with Ukrainian beet soup, but historically, borscht refers to soup made with fermented concoctions of common hot wheat and water. The fermentation gives the mixture tart taste. Therefore, sourness is one of the foundation flavors of various types of borscht. It remains unknown that who first used beet sour to flavor borscht. But Andrei Meyer, a Russian ethnographer, mentioned in his book in 1781 that people in Ukraine made beet sour and added in borscht. When potatoes and tomatoes become widely grown and consumed in Eastern Europe in the 19th century, potatoes replaced turnips in borscht, and tomatoes took over from beet sour as the source of tartness. The Ukrainian beet borscht can be made with meat, chicken, or fish, but vegetarian versions are also common. The dish can be served either hot or cold. A dollop of sour cream can be added, but optional. The pampushka is often accompanied on the side, which is a savory puffy roll glazed with oil and sometimes with crushed garlic on top. Today, I'm very excited to have my very good friend Victoria join me and show us how to make meatless beet borscht. Victoria was born in Ukraine. She immigrated to US under refugee status in the late 70s. Victoria found her passion in cooking and went to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York after receiving a degree in communications. After graduation, she worked at some of the top fine dining establishments in New York City, such as the Rainbow Room, Pierre Hotel, and Aurora. She also worked at historical medieval inn in Tuscany for a few years. Then, she ran her own catering business in Washington, D.C. for 13 years. Borscht is a dish that Victoria's grandma would make during holidays and family gatherings. This dish has a special place in Victoria's heart. Today, Victoria is going to show us her version of borscht based on her beloved grandma's recipe.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I'm so happy to work on this project with Joyce and share this dish that holds a special place in my heart, borscht. My bubbie, my grandma, was the best cook in our family. I grew up eating her borscht, and in my opinion, she made the best tasting borscht in the world. When my bubbie became ill, the entire family refused to believe we would lose her, so no one asked her for her recipes, and that was one of my biggest regrets. After she passed away, I started to spend time trying to recreate these tastes and aromas I associate with her and her love. Today, I'm going to show you my version of borscht based on my bubbie's borscht. So let's get cooking. Add oil in a pot, then add in sliced onions and carrots, give it a quick stir, and cook until the onions become translucent and the carrots start to soften. Add tomato paste. Cook and stir until fragrant, about 2 minutes. Add water and potato cubes, season with salt. Bring to a boil, then lower to medium heat. Add canned cannellini beans, can of tomato sauce, chopped cabbage, and bay leaves. Oops, forgot the bay leaf. Simmer for 15 minutes. Pour the liquid of the canned beets into the soup. Cut the beets into 1-inch thick bâtonnets. Then add them into the soup. Simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes. Add sugar and give it a taste. Perfect. Here's a quick tip. Add the sugar last. The vegetables, especially the beets, provide a natural sweetness. You don't want to have a soup that's too sweet. Add lemon juice. When potatoes and cabbage are cooked through, adjust seasoning, and the soup is done. Finish with crushed garlic and chopped dill. You can add a dollop of sour cream if you'd like. My bubbie used to serve this soup with homemade garlic rolls, but now we cheat and get garlic knots at the local pizza shop. Here is my version of borscht. Enjoy!
So, here comes the question. Can wine go with borscht? Of course. Let's take a look at the dish in terms of flavors and the textures. The major flavors of the dish are sweet and sour. The primary sweetness of the dish comes from beetroot, but onions, carrots, and cabbage contribute as well. Tomatoes and lemon juice provide the tartness, which balances out the sweetness of the dish. In terms of textures, the cannellini beans are soft and creamy. The potatoes are starchy and fluffy. They give borscht body and heartiness. Dill adds herbal notes to the dish, as sour cream gives another layer of tanginess and smooths out the sweetness and sourness. Therefore, medium to full-body whites with notes of ripe citrus, stone fruits, and elevated acidity are ideal. Like Alsatian Pinot Gris, dry Riesling from Pfalz, Germany, and Sauvignon Blanc from California or Chile are great choices. The acidity of the wine would go hand in hand with the tartness of the borscht. For red wine lovers, Merlot-based wine, Blanc-Francaise, and Oregon Pinot Noir would be great options, since they are dominated by red and black fruit notes with bright acidity and silky tannins, yet with earthy and savory tone to it. They match perfectly with the sweet and sour flavors of the broth, the starchy texture of the potatoes and cannellini beans, as well as the herbal note from dill. Stay tuned to my blog, sipwithjoyce.com, as I will reveal my top pick wine to pair with beet borscht in a more detailed post. I hope you enjoy the story about borscht and my wine pairing ideas. Thanks Victoria for joining me and showing us how to make this hearty and delicious borscht. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe my channel, 酒意思Sip with Joyce. For more food and wine pairing ideas, please check out my website, sipwithjoyce.com, and follow me on Instagram at Joyce Food and Wine. This is Joycelyn. Thank you for watching.